Do we store butter in the fridge or out of the fridge?
Right, so that's a good question.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Ideal Home Show YouTube channel. I'm Louise Gookie. Today I am joined by Jules Ball, who is the co-founder of Wee Knob of Butter. And Jules is here today to share some tips and tricks about gourmet butter and what we can try at home. Now, before we sort of delve in to learn a bit more about Wee Knob of Butter, Jules, first off, thank you so much for joining us. How are you?
Good, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, of course. So it's an absolute pleasure. So can you take us through your backgrounds and how on earth you decided to create Wee Knob of Butter? Because I think this is such a fun concept.
So Wee Knob of Butter came about by me with my love of cooking. Growing up in a restaurant with my family, we've always been interested in flavours and having the best meals possible. So the butter kind of came about me doing that for my friends at steak parties, steak nights. Always kind of done a bit of garlic butter, and then one thing led to another, and someone asked me if I would be interested in trying to sell it, and the rest is history. That was about just over 4 years ago now.
Wow. Okay, so we've been going for sort of 4 years, which is amazing. So I guess, and I actually just mentioned there, it was your sort of love of things that taste great that sort of inspired you to create Wee Knob of Butter. But what was the process? At what point did you sort of go, all right, there's a gap in the market for butter?
It was just as soon as I started seeing people enjoying me doing butters, I then kind of did a bit more research and I looked into it, and I'd just seen this gap in the market. I spoke to a few people, realised that Glasgow's never had not only an Artisan butter but any butter company. So it was very exciting to kind of be the first one to target that.
I bet your friends and family love that. I bet you're the butter guy now. Every party they expect it to be on the table.
Absolutely.
So you mentioned there that your background, sort of, you grew up in a kitchen. Your family has always been very much into food. How did that sort of shape your approach to creating Wee Knob of Butter?
So it kind of just gave me a lot of confidence, and as I said, I love cooking, and as a Frenchman, I cook with a lot of butter. So then coming up with recipes and flavours was like second nature to me. So it was fun to kind of just work towards a great product.
Yeah. So what are some of the, for anyone who perhaps, is watching, they go, oh, I haven't actually had a chance to go and check out Wee Knob of Butter. Can you tell us about your collection and the varieties that you've got?
Yeah, so we currently have 6 flavours, not counting the unsalted that we do for bakeries and restaurants. But we've got our classic sea salt, which is made with blackthorn sea salt as well. So we try and keep it 100% Scottish. And then we have a few different flavours. We've got our garlic and herb. We've got a spicy one as well. It just came out during Christmas time there, which is our spicy harissa. We also do a sundried tomato and basil, which is a very fresh butter. It's great for pastas in summer times. We've got a sweet butter as well that we brought out about 3 years ago around Easter and kind of kept it on, which is a honey and cinnamon. And great for sort of like hot cross buns and waffles. And I do a lot of French toast with my wee girl with her, and she absolutely loves it. And then we've got a beautiful truffle and black pepper as well.
Oh, now I want to try them all. I'm really interested about the sweet one, which we can talk about that in a minute. And also, yeah, great taste with the French toast. I mean, who doesn't love that? So if we're talking about how we can elevate our dishes then using butter, do you have any tips about how we can do this at home?
Absolutely. So using butter as a flavour, and to cook your vegetables, steaks, fish, and all is fantastic. We season our butter so well that we call it easy cooking as well for people when they try and buy our butter. It's a wee knob of butter in your pan, coat your steaks, salted vegetables, pasta sauces, and so on, and all the flavours there. So we try and keep it really easy for our customers to use.
Yeah, it's so interesting because actually all it needs, like you say, is a wee knob of butter to elevate these things. And when you've got the different flavors, have you had feedback from customers a lot of feedback from customers that have surprised you? Have they all been quite amazed about how much it can elevate a dish at home?
It's really incredible the feedback that we get from a customer. We do a lot of sort of face-to-face sale and interaction with customers through markets. We probably do about 10 to 12 markets every weekend across Scotland.
Whoa.
And we have repeat customers at every single one of them. So it's great to not only see them buy one bar one week, but then to come back the next week and try a different flavour and
Yeah.
engage with the cooking, with their families. And it's just been fantastic to see.
I love that. Okay, so I think this might be a question that is one of those chicken and egg questions. Do we store butter in the fridge or out of the fridge?
Right, so that's a good question because I guess it depends if you're cooking with it or not, and
Oh, okay.
how long you're planning on keeping it out for. So we all know that we hate when you use a bit of butter and it breaks through the toast. That's if you keep it in the fridge. What I tend to do is take my butter out in the morning, and I can leave it out from 4 hours at a time just to make sure it's okay, and then store it back at night time. That's called my best sea salt anyway. That way it's always kind of spreadable and ready to go, ready to be used. But if
Yeah.
you use it for cooking, then I always store it in the fridge. Keeps the flavour a lot better, for a longer period of time.
I love that. Okay, so the key is about 4 hours at a
Yeah,
time
I'd
if
do
we're going to
that
have
for a
it
while. You
out.
can put it a bit longer as well, depending if it's winter or summer, I suppose, as well with the heat. But I can leave it out until it's spreadable, leave it for a few hours and then put it back in our fridge after.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm not the only person who's left it out in that sun a little bit too long, and you've got the watery butter that's left over. Not quite right for your bread. Amazing. Okay, so we've got our butter at the best temperature now. If we're looking and we're talking about sort of elevating our dishes at home, are there any pairings, whether that is sweet or savoury? Because I'm obsessed with your sweet butter. Any that you can either recommend or that really surprise people when you're pairing your butter with food?
So the sun-dried tomato and basil has been one that's really surprised a lot of people, because we've heard of garlic butter before, so our garlic butter is amazing, it's fantastic, but it's sort of like your steak sort of butters. The sun-dried tomato and basil I've used it in so many dishes and it's just been incredible, and it's so simple to use as well. Done a king prawn linguine a couple of days ago. And it's a one-pan wonder. A little bit of butter, mix it through the pasta out of the prawns, a little bit of pasta water to thicken up that sauce. And it's just incredible. And whether you have it on a cheese board to impress your friends, something different rather than a flavoured cheese, you've got a flavoured butter, or making it in a pan. It's been a fantastic butter to use.
Brilliant. Yeah, it's again, like you say, it's that it's really impressive because it's so unique.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I've ever seen that type of butter before. So, and how about your sweet one then? Because I know you mentioned sort of French toast, but what else could we pair that with to make it, like you say, sort of really elevate or to surprise people?
Yeah, so that one's been really good. We brought it out I think it was 3 years ago, maybe 2.5 years ago. It's for Easter. We try and do something special with hot cross buns. And we worked with bakeries and all this. We collabed together, and we kept it on. And then from that, we kind of always, recommended using for bagels. So it's like, your sort of cinnamon and raisin bagels and stuff. Hot cross buns. The French toast came about, and that was a winner. That was so good. And we had bakers doing shortbread with it as well. This has been really nice too. Do your dough before cooking it, and it's been really, really nice. The honey we use is very local to us as well. It's only about 20 minutes down the road. Glenheadley honey, which is just in the cross basket grounds in East Kilbride, which is quite good. But so far we've only been trying to cook sort of sweet things with the sweet butter.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that'll be interesting too when you start pairing it with maybe a savoury
We've
at some
tried,
point.
yeah, with the Indian cooking. I've tried with some lamb chops as well. Little mint, honey and cinnamon, it's not bad, but it's definitely some work to be done.
Yeah. Yeah, but you got to test it all, right?
Absolutely.
So some of these flavour combinations, I mean, they are really unique, especially for butter. I mean, I think it's safe to say that butter basically elevates any meal, within reason. But where did these Where did your inspiration come from for the pairings? Because they are really unique and really different.
So I used knowledge through just through what people like. I went through what I like, of course, but also the most important people are our customers. So I didn't want to go doing something that was too crazy and too out there. I kind of related to what people like at restaurants, from working in restaurants, what people enjoy drinking. That it just kind of put the Scottish flavours and Scottish palate, and then just tweaked it a little bit to make it a bit kind of, I suppose, a bit fancier. But I did want to go out there with flavours that people weren't sure of or weren't aware of. So I kind of kept it as a nice stable flavour.
Yeah, it's really lovely that I know you've mentioned using local producers, and it's all inspired by the people around you. It was Glasgow, did you say?
Yeah,
You're
Glasgow,
based?
yeah, we're Glasgow.
Yeah. How's it gone down sort of within the local community? Because you're at fairs, as you mentioned earlier, lots of weekends a year. Are they loving it? Are they loving that it's all really local and it's inspired by the things that they love?
Absolutely. Everyone raves about us on social and stuff about how we keep everything local. From the bakeries, from the herbs that we grow now is just up in Perth. It's just in Glasgow as well, so we get that sent through every week, and we try and keep everything as local as possible. From our factory, our cream is only about a 20-minute drive either way. The salt is from Ayrshire, the honey's from East Kilbride, everything we try and keep it as Scottish and as Glasgow as possible.
Yeah, I love that. Has anyone ever suggested a pairing to you that you've just gone, oh, maybe I'll try that in the future, or absolutely not? Putting you on the spot there.
There's a lot of people have asked us to do different flavours. We do bespoke flavours for restaurants as well. So we supply to a lot of restaurants in Glasgow and hotels, such as like Michel Roux's restaurants. We do some of his, Cromlick's Andy Murray as his hotels. We do his bottle as well. Archerfield, we do a lot of kind of high-end, sort of premium Glasgow restaurants. Una Loma as well, Mr. Star restaurant, we do their butters, and we work with different chefs to try and come up with flavours that would work on their dish best.
Have you ever had a flavour that you just were like, I'm not sure this is going to work, but actually really surprised you?
It's some of them. Yeah, we went down some weird routes. I won't mention what flavours we're doing yet. But yeah, I'm not too sure about that. We tried it, and it's been delicious. So, but those are very unique flavours to a specific chef or a specific dish.
Okay, yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
All right, let's bring it back to the kitchen then, like our kitchens. For anyone who is wanting to start using butter, like just in a simple dishes, where would you recommend starting? I know you've mentioned things like pasta and obviously on breads and bagels, French toast. If we're looking at trying to incorporate some of these butters to start cooking, to start elevating our dishes, well, what else could we do?
So, I mean, pastas is a great one. Pasta is a classic one to start with. It's really easy and it's really, really quick as well. As a family, I've got a wee girl, so I always try and do kind of like bigger dishes as well. And the butters taste very well in like kind of meal preps and stuff like that too. I mean, we can use the butter for either a one-time meal or meal prepping for the week. We try to show people like barbecues and all that, kind of make it a bit easier for them. So a lot of our flavors, such as like the harissa, the spicy harissa, everyone loves a bit of spice in their food, and people like make things easy. So like corn on the cob, instead of using normal butter for your corn on the cob, then you try and use spicy harissa. It'll save you trying to get ingredients. It'll save you on finding seasoning in the massive cupboard that we've all got. Just use a little paintbrush and a little bit of spicy harissa, and I would elevate something as simple as a corn on the cob into something delicious.
Yeah, and I love that. And I mean, what a great gift as well. Like instead of bringing over a bottle of wine or I don't know, flowers or something, like you could literally bring something that can to a barbecue, like the harissa one.
Especially if you're a foodie. If you're a foodie, if I was given a box of blue butter, I'd be like, right, okay, well, that's 5 meals. What can we do? What can we do? And we always tell customers that if they have any questions regarding cooking, just to message us on Instagram. We're more than happy, and we're always on our phone, so we're always able to give advice.
What's your we'll link it down below anyway, but what's your Instagram handle?
We Nubber Butter. WEE Nubber Butter. Easy as
Yeah. I like that. Keep it
Keep
simple.
it simple.
Um, why? I know you've mentioned when we were talking about just then what dishes can really benefit. A lot of them, they are the simple dishes. Why is it? Why is it that simple dishes do benefit the most from a good butter?
For my good butter, so any dish benefits from butter. And the most beautiful thing about using good butter is you can make a really simple, easy meal. And using the flavors of our butter will really elevate into a fancy meal. You can have, yeah, something as simple as mashed potato. And so using your normal butter and a little bit of milk, you'll be using a truffle butter. And a bit of then you've got your fancy mash. So we try and keep our butters for dishes and to make everything kind of fancy. So, yeah.
Yeah, it makes those simple dishes fancy.
Fancy.
Yeah, I love that. Is there any, I mean, I think I know the answer to this, but is there such a thing as too much butter in a dish?
For me, absolutely not. Absolutely.
Correct answer. So if we're talking about fancy butters, sort of artisan butters, such as yours. What makes it different to just except the flavors? I think that's quite a fairly obvious thing there, adding truffle or harissa. But what is it that makes an artisan butter like yours different to just the butter that you can buy in the supermarket?
It's just the quality. The
So just
quality
just the
and
ingredients.
the assurance that you know that you've got a local produce. We churn everything in our unit. We then hand flavor each batch. So we don't use machines for flavoring. Everything gets put by hand. And then we then roll and wrap each butter by hand as well. So everything gets checked and triple checked and quadruple checked because we are literally inside the butter at all times. Just trying to make sure that everything is as perfect as we can make it.
Amazing. And talking about sort of things being perfect, if you were going to have your dream dinner party, you have brought a big basket of all your different butters and you were going to pair all 6 of them with it would be the perfect night, the perfect pairing, and you could just use one for each. What would they be? I know, challenging question for you.
I love my steaks. So garlic and herb, we 100% from my Côte de Boeuf. That's what I would use it for. Our sea salt butter would be for the bread. Aside, just make sure you got your wee butter portion, you got your wee roll. I love cooking my scallops with the spicy harissa. It gives us such a creaminess in the moment that the butter kind of bubbles. It keeps the foam on top. And then you put that on your scallops. It's incredible. Like really, really good. I couldn't recommend it enough. I really
that one's the number one. Get your scallops. Yeah. Okay. Amazing.
I would probably do a mushroom risotto, with the truffle and black pepper, butter. Really, really good. If you just a couple of chestnut mushrooms in there as well, that would go really, really well. Or if you do the night before, make yourself wee arancini balls for the starters, also with the truffle and black pepper.
Wow.
What else we had done? The prawns in the sun-dried tomato and basil butter is really, really tasty. That's always been a winner as well. I'm trying to think what other flavors we've got.
I think, is it just the sweet one that you've not?
I'll probably do the sweet one as well. So so the pancakes will be great for the honey and cinnamon butter as well. That would be quite a good meal.
Yeah, I think we'd all be quite full at the end of that, wouldn't we? That sounds delightful. It's so interesting when you talk about pairing the way you pair them, because like it is the simple dishes, it's the things we love anyway, but actually let's just make them more special. Yeah, brilliant. How do you stay creative? Because it's, you've paired these things. How do you then go, all right, well, what else do we do? How do we stay creative when we're working with such a classic ingredient?
It's a lot of listening to others and feedback, and just the sheer love of cooking as well. So, I mean, this weekend, I'm doing a lot of product research, for the restaurants, different flavors. And instead of doing it in the kitchen, we'll be doing it in my flat because I'm able to do it in my house because I can try it there as well. I think it's just love of fresh ingredients and the love of, you have to try different flavors together. I've not yet lost, I don't think I ever will lose my spark for cooking. And well, I've got an abundance of butter available at all times, so it's easy for me to just go and grab a kilo. We'll try
Yeah,
a
yeah.
few different flavors.
I bet your friends love coming over.
Oh,
You're like, do you want to come over to watch the football? And they're like, yes, I will do, as long as you're cooking. Yeah. Amazing. Jules, where do we find out more about you? I know we spoke about your Instagram, but do remind us of that, and how can we keep up to date with everything that you're up to?
Yeah, so
And
all
obviously
social
get
media is
your
quite
butters.
strong. So we are Instagram and TikTok, which is We Love a Butter, and then through our website as well. So we ship UK wide as well. So if you're ever interested on trying some butter, we'll get it to you by next day delivery.
Oh
And you
wow.
can find out all the information about our business on the page as well.
Brilliant. And we'll link all this below.
Amazing.
But thank you so much, Jules, for all of your tips and advice and ideas as well about how we can sort of elevate our dishes using these incredible flavors with your butters. I know we'll have you back for more advice and tips around creating delights in the kitchen in the near future. But thank you so much for joining us for this episode. Thank you, of course, for watching and joining us. And if you've tried We Knob of Butter, or you go, actually, hold on, I've got a great idea for a pairing, put it down in the comments below. And do like and subscribe, do all the usual things, and you can find out and explore more of the interviews we've got here on the Ideal Home Show YouTube channel. But Jules, thank you so much, and we'll
Thank you
see
so
you
much.
very soon.
Amazing.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much, guys.